Okay, everyone, welcome to a drawing drill. As we get ready to start our final, that's my son. He knows that I'm doing this. Okay, step one is to what? If we're drawing perspective, draw the horizon line. And we're going to do this demo without rulers intentionally. We're going to review 1 point perspective. So I'm drawing a, what is this called? A vanishing point. So we got the horizon line, vanishing point. And for this warm up, I want us to focus on doing light lines because we'll be starting our drafts. And I want us to review that. It's really important to, when we're starting, to just go light. So we're going to do a box. Thanks, Jacob. We're going to do a box first, just a plain box, because this is 1 point perspective. And then we're going to kind of connect the dots of the box. So notice how I'm just eyeballing it without the ruler. Going super light. I'm not pressing down hard. So if you need to warm up, if you're like, whoa, going too fast, you can go down and you can just in your sketchbook go dark to light, and just make sure you're going light to dark and you're familiar with doing light lines, right? Practiced going super light. Okay, so I'm going super light as I draw this box in 1 point perspective. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to turn this into a chair. So in order to make a chair, I am going to cut out different planes inside of the box. And then I will connect the corner of this one right there. And then all of a sudden I have this other flatter box. And like by darkening my line or repeating the lines, I have a sense of what's going on. Now, the rest of my chair will be above the vanishing point. So I'm going to just make sure it's lined up, parallel, but then I'll drop it down, just doing a box. And I'm going to make it go so it's lined up there. Lined up with this corner right here. Again, 1 point warm up. Notice how I'm going in the direction and then I drop down. It's a big gap, but I will connect all of the points with my one vanishing point. And then I'm cutting it off with parallel line, parallel. That's an interesting conversation. And then I am gonna connect the top and the bottom. So this is gonna be a pipe going down to my chair. You guys are on YouTube. Okay, and I am not using a ruler. Curvy ellipse. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to notice how this is at a 90-degree angle, right? All of the non-converging lines are vertical or horizontal. Now, above the horizon line, my ellipses are going to go facing up. And then as they get closer, they get flat. And then I'm going to circle down because my ellipses are below the horizon line. Okay. So again, maybe I'll do a little bit bigger, right? So you guys can see what I'm doing. Little ellipses. I'm below the horizon line, so I'm going to see the top of the cylinder. Maybe I'm going to have it like curve in. Okay, now to show that the planes are changing direction, I will go vertical. And then to really emphasize the corner, I'm going to like darken the edges. Okay, this is bending up. So planes can show the direction. Like hatching can show the direction of the chair, and then all of the hatching can go back towards the vanishing point. So again, zooming out so you can see what we're doing as we do this chair. And that's too far out. Yoink. Skinny, skinny, skinny ellipses. So this tells me when where my chair should end, right? I could carve anything out of a box. Now I'm just breaking down forms into simple shapes. Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. Okay. Right, ellipse, 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 down, 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 flat. Now I'm going to go up with my ellipses. And you can obviously bend this chair so it's fancier. Maybe I'm going to have it curved down. But you always start with a box. Maybe I'm going to bend it out. You can see like where the shadow of the chair would be, right? And this is 1 point perspective, even though our cityscape's going to be in 2. Okay. Right now, the top of the chair, obviously I could extend it if I wanted. Make it taller, I would just put the converging line back. Really darkening the edges. Okay. Now where would the bottom of the chair fall? Well, I would just follow that vertical line straight down. Doing the direction, no ruler. Be lined up with here, ellipses, cylinder, cylinder, cylinder. Maybe I could improve this by deciding where the light is coming from, right? So let's say the sun is right here. Burr, 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 burr. So where would my shadow fall? Maybe I could add another point. Maybe this is wrong, but my shadow would probably be right here. Make it darker on this side. All right, there we have it, a nice warm up. Obviously the difference between 1 and 2 point perspective, which is what we're about to do, 2 point perspective with our cityscape, is the first step is drawing that horizon line, 2 points, right? And then making that box connecting the edges. So as far as what a chair would look like in 2 point, I mean, if we were to extend it up, you would start with the vertical, probably use these sides for, oops, that edge. looks a little wonky. Here's a chair in 2-point. Looks different. That feels wrong. Like the chair edge is going out that way. Let's try this again. Ah, yes, this is better. You kind of just got to sort things out. Be like, does that look right? So this would be going that way. The direction in 2-point. Notice how I'm not using my ruler. Really frees me up. But yeah, like I just wanted to start with something to review, show that you can carve almost anything out of like boxes when you're sorting out your visual metaphors. But also I wanted to point out that you can kind of sort things out without a ruler. Yes, use the ruler, obviously, but you know, when you get it, and you can kind of wanted to show a demo of how you draw without the ruler. And how once you know that something is correct, then you can drop down that line weight. So that's a chair in 2-point versus a chair in 1-point, 1-point, 2-point. All right, thank you guys.